This is really something else. A dream for a car lover. In honor of Veterans Day, the racing world gearing up to celebrate all who have bravely served our country.
And here to show off their Veterans Day tribute for Andretti Autosport is the granddaughter of Mario Andretti, Marissa Andretti, and retired U.S. Navy SEAL David Tilton. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it, and thank you for your service.
Thank you.
You spent 20 years, is that right?
20 years in service, yes, ma'am.
And so tell us about this initiative and why you guys have this car here this weekend.
Yeah, so this is just an initiative that we created to give back to our veterans and help those who have served. We're working to go ahead and hire veterans and help them transition back into the civilian workforce and show support and give back in that manner. And I mean, there's a lot of great opportunities with this because that's, you know, the best place to find great talent. So it's helpful to our team.
Absolutely. I've been to the Indy 500, and it's such a patriotic event. You know, I mean, when you see the cars and you've got the military flyover, it's a very America-loving event. It's one of those great moments that we have. And it's like 400,000 people cheering for this country, cheering for, you know, machines and all that fun stuff. What does this mean to you, this initiative?
Well, coming out of the military, you know, it was, as an enlisted military man, it was hard to find a job coming out. And after a while, I decided to work with Michael Andretti and get this foundation going because we're able to help the veterans that are out there in a high-pressure environment transition over to something that they can relate to. And motorsports and Andretti Autosport with, you know, these fast race cars is a perfect fit.
And you mentioned Indy 500. You were there.
I was there.
Tell us about that.
You know, I had the opportunity to become a chassis owner for Andretti Autosport, and it's a great relationship. And for to be there with Takuma Sato and Michael and everybody to win the Indy 500 and to be right down in the winner's circle with them and drink the milk. My son and my father were there with me. It was a fantastic experience.
Something really cool. Tell us a little bit about these cars. I mean, you're an Andretti. I mean, that is a racing name. I mean, that's royalty in the racing world. Tell us a little bit about this machine we got here. Obviously, this one sadly doesn't have an engine, right?
Yeah. Not for this purpose, no. But yeah, these cars are pretty amazing. Our drivers are great. I mean, imagine going 230 plus miles an hour around, you know, like a super speedway and having 32 other cars there, like somewhere like the Indy 500. They do that for hours on end, and you know.
And it's built for speed. As we get a closer look at it, I mean, you can just see the way it's built. It's almost all wheels. It's all wheels and engine. And there's not a lot to protect the driver. You got to have guts. I mean, your family has a lot of guts to get into that thing and go as fast as they go. It must be. Have you ever driven a car? Is my question.
I personally have not driven an Indy car. It's not of interest to me. I'm more business focused.
You don't want to be Danica Patrick?
No, love Danica, but no, not my thing. More business minded. That's my focus there, and just to support. But it's really great to have this initiative because there are so many synergies, and like we said, the intensity within the racing world and community, you know, translates from the military world as well. Like very tight knit, very intense. So.
We have about a minute left, so tell us about the parade this weekend and how people can see this up close.
Yeah.
So the parade this weekend for the Veterans Day Parade, we're going to have the car up on a float, and we're going to be going down the road, you know, talking to all the people out there and asking the veterans to please go to our website, themilitarytomotorsports.com, and take a look at the opportunities that we have for them. So for them to see the car and to see the Military to Motorsports emblem and to be able to go to the website and possibly become part of the greatest team in racing, and that's Andretti Autosport.
Yeah. So Rob, I'm being told that you have to get in the vehicle.
Can I touch and get in this thing? I don't want to.
Let's try to slide
mess it up with my shoes here, but I just gotta. I mean, this is like, you guys have no idea what this means to me. I mean, this is like a dream.
Straighten your legs out. Here, what I'll do first is
the wheel. You got to take the wheel out, right? I remember that.
There we go.
Oh my!
Slide straight, legs straight out.
You know, one thing they got is race car drivers are usually short guys. I don't know if I'm too tall for this.
Now Rob's stuck in it. Oh darn, he has to take it home.
And slide all the way down in there.
There's no way I'm getting in.
Well,
you just have to.
Marissa, David, thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And again, thank you for your service.
Very comfortable.
Everyone out there. Fox and Friends starts.